Hi, I'm James Lott, Jr. Super Organizer, and this is another edition of the Super Organizer Man in the Professional Organizing Industry series. Me, Super Organizer. So I always preface my videos with, especially for this episode, I'm a man, clearly. I do have male privilege, and I do acknowledge that. So I'm not trying to mansplain anything to anybody. These videos are just my sharing my experiences in the business as a man, my thoughts as a man in the business. It's just me sharing what I think. And I've been so grateful to all of you out there, especially the women who have received these videos so well and have been commenting and letting me know what they think. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. But this subject is something that's come up that some people asked me what my thoughts were on it. And I've commented a little bit on a couple of social media platforms that have brought this. This has come up several times over the last 3 or 4 years. Men either being hired as a client by female organizers or hiring a male organizer and you're a female. So I want to talk about both of those things. And they're kind of like twin strands of the same thing, kind of. So again, I recognize my privilege. I walk through the earth very differently as a 6 foot, 250 pound black man. I do. And that's another story too. That's a whole other host of things that go on with that. And I know my sexual orientation also, I walk through the world differently because of that too. And so I know that a lot of women feel safer with me because of that too. So there's something I'll address that also. And I know that women walk the world very, very differently, and they have things they have to do. The comments keep coming up about, I don't like a hire man, I don't like a hire man, I don't like a hire man. Well, I feel like many women have hired men for years as electricians, plumbers, gardeners, home improvement, with no problems, right? So when I hire a male organizer, it's almost kind of the same thing. I think my biggest thing of how I feel, first I used to be offended, like, why is it always men are bad, men are bad? Women can be crazy too, women can be dangerous too. But I decided to get out of that and really look at it. And the conclusion I came up with is we all should be safe. We should all be taking precautions, period, whether it's a man or a woman or both. There are situations that can happen all the time. And I had biases that I had to kind of calm myself down because I was thinking, well, make sure you watch what part of town you're in. Well, so saying that's dumb because if I say that, that means in a good neighborhood, a man can't attack you. Like that means not this. That makes no sense. Just because it's the hood, is it super bad necessarily? Maybe not. So I had to get rid of the geographical stuff, get rid of that. That was my own kind of bias. I think about that. I feel like it's more about all of us, man or woman, whether our potential client is a man or a woman, to really do our due diligence and vet as well as we can. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen, unfortunately. We can do as much as we can. We don't know everything. But there are precautions we can take that can help with our safety. And I think that's the larger issue. And I think all of us should, because I have one friend who said that it wasn't organizing, but another kind of profession, that a woman hired him, got there, and there were 2 men waiting, and they stole his money. So that could happen too. So it's like a woman, just because I don't want female organizers to go, oh, it's just a woman, I'm fine. No, still be careful. And that's the whole point of this video, is that everyone should be careful and take precautions. For example, when I get a potential new client, I talk to them on the phone first. We don't do texting. We may text to get each other's numbers, but I want to hear your voice. I want to talk to you. You have to be present in these conversations. You can't half listen, because sometimes there are clues right in front of your ears when they talk to you. Certain words they use, certain tones they use, and that's good for any part of this, because to me, I told myself a long time ago, after I started being an entrepreneur, I'm not working for nobody I don't want to work for. I'm not hiring anybody I don't want to hire. I worked at crappy jobs with crappy bosses, and I had crappy coworkers. That's done. Now I'm in charge. So I get to choose who I want to work with, and so do you. And you can choose who you want to hire and who you want to be hired by. That's very important. I know it's hard sometimes. You're like, I haven't had a job in a month. I need the cash. You have to be careful with that. Because always in the end, you'll end up regretting it. The job will go wrong. They'll accuse you of taking it. Just whatever it is, it'll be horrible. And you want to avoid that. So for me, I talk to them. I want to hear what they're saying. I take down notes. I had a client recently, potential client recently that I didn't take because it was a way she was talking to me. She kind of got defensive with me when I asked a couple of questions. And, I'm trained, I've been doing this for 11 years, so I'm trained enough to know that sometimes it's hard for people to admit they need help. So that wasn't that. Again, being present, I can tell the difference sometimes, most of the time. This was just an overall attitude. And then I heard her say, hold on for a second, and she was screaming at somebody, and there was like chaos going on. I'm like, so for me, that wasn't a good fit for me. Somebody else could probably handle that. For me, it was like, it's a little too crazy for me in that situation. I am not going there. So I was like, I politely declined and passed her on to someone else. But listen, then and I put things in writing, tell me in writing, whether it's a text or an email, where your address is. I always screenshot it. So it's in my photos and it's in my email. So if something happens to me and you find my phone, or you look at an email remotely from because all my Apple stuff, I guess you can't see it. I have an Apple computer behind me, there, Apple laptop over here, my phone. It's all connected. So something happens to me, you can look it up and see what's going on. I usually tell somebody, usually my sister, who's very close to me, or a few people, I have an appointment at 4 o'clock, and I'm going to Culver City, and I may text an address to them so they know, just in case you don't hear from me in an hour or two. And occasionally, I have brought someone with me. And I think it's a good idea, too, to get, whether it's a real assistant or not, you can go, this is my assistant, and they come with you, and they can, and sometimes it's good to have somebody else, another pair of eyes and ears. They may catch something you don't catch. They may see something you don't see. Because to me, the phone call, the messaging, the consultation, that's all me gathering information to decide if I'm going to work with you. I'm always cognizant of exits. When I go to somebody's house, I look for exits and windows, look at all the windows. I also, on the way there, make sure I look at certain landmarks. So I know I can describe, if I don't even know what the name of the street, I can describe where I'm 2 blocks down the Wendy's, 4 blocks around the corner from Dunkin' Donuts. I'm going to make sure I went straight to food. I know. This is my life. So I kind of have an idea to describe, if I have to, where I was. I usually don't accept any drinks or food. I know it sounds funny, right? But sometimes they'll come in and go, oh, do you want a drink? You want to have a drink? Or you want water? You want some juice? Nope, I don't do any of that either on the first time. I don't do any of that because I don't know who you are. I don't do that. I watch Misery. I know how that goes. I'm not doing any of that kind of stuff. So, no, I was like, so I don't do that. So, I take precautions. And I look out. And sometimes when I have a pepper spray on me. And I know how to hold my keys a certain way if I have to. Things like that. So, I think the bigger picture for me, whenever this conversation comes up, should I hire a man or should I let a man hire me? Take precautions for everybody. Don't miss out. There are a lot of men out there could use a female organizer in their lives. Trust me, they could. It could benefit them greatly. So don't sell yourself short about that. Don't stop yourself. Don't put any walls up on that. Please consider it. Now, there are blatant things that come up. Like someone mentioned Craigslist. I've gotten clients off of Craigslist. It's been fine. But I do see some of the ads where like, I want a young female, or I want someone young, or someone Asian. Like, it's a little weird. Like, those things are outwardly weird. Don't go for those, obviously. Again, I know sometimes it's hard. You want the money, you want the experience, don't do it. That's the best thing. Trust your gut. But make sure your gut isn't just out of fear, but out of something that's really like, yeah, that doesn't sit right with me. Because you have a right to not work for anybody you don't want to work for. But I would try not to exclude men. Just try not to. There are a lot of great men out there who just really want help. Or male organizers who just want to help you. And also, because of sexual orientation doesn't mean that we can't be mean either. So, or do something that's not good either. So, I think none of us should just be complacent when taking on new clients. That's all I kind of want to say about that. And I think the discussions probably keep coming up. And I saw in one of the I'll give a shout out to one of the professional organized think tank. Some women gave some great advice on what they do, just like I do right now, when they go out on a new job. So you can go there and check that out, of course. And if you're a NAPA person, NAPA has all kinds of things you talk to them about that too. There's people who will talk to you about if you have any concerns or questions. And I have great discussions on that forum too. But just everybody just really be just cautious and careful in general. And hopefully nothing will happen to you. Because I want everybody to work as much as they can, as much as they want to, with everybody. That's what I want to do. But be careful out there. I'm James Lott Jr. You can follow all of these on my YouTube page, JLJ Media. I am now on TikTok. Yes, I'm on that weird little app, TikTok, under James Lott Jr. And I have a series just for TikTok. It's called How to Get Super Organized in Under a Minute. And it's doing very, very well. We can only see it there. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, go on to TikTok, James Lott Jr. And then, of course, I have my blog, superorganizeruniverse.com. I have my series, the Super Organizer Christmas Show. But since the year now we're into February, I'll be doing little specials that are holiday themed throughout the year. So stay tuned for those on YouTube under the Christmas 24/7 channel. And then, of course, the Super Organizer Show that's on every Monday. You can go to iHeartRadio, Spreaker.com, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Google Play, Spotify. I'm all over the place. So just go there and look for the SRS Show or James Lott Jr. Like, subscribe, comment, rate. Same with this too. You've all been really wonderful receiving me in these videos. I get questions. I'm answering them via video. Again, just giving my take on stuff in my 11 years in this business and what I see. More are coming. I have more topics that people keep giving me all these topics to talk about. I've been having fun doing this. So if you hate what I just said, tell me. You want to scream at me, tell me you love it, tell me whatever. I love the engagement. Everyone has a right to their opinions. I have no problem with that. But let's talk. Let's open a dialogue. I'm James Lott Jr., Super Organizer. See you next time.